my new two-seater. Got my Cuban links on with a fresh white beater. Cartier's on my face, I got my gun in my waist. Got my 40 on my hip, don't make me shoot up the place. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. I got my haters mad cause I'm getting to the bag. Niggas stop hating on me and get your own cash. Can't let the money or the fame change you. Stay 10 toes down with my same crew. I'ma let me do me while you do you. Blowing money fast like a young nigga supposed to. Let a nigga pull up.
Welcome back to episode 4 of the Cobain Report. I am Rock Cobain and this is
T-Mail.
Today we got some special guests in the building. We have one of our favorite guests, Woodrow the Entertainer. What's up, Wood?
What's the deal?
And today we also have my brother from another, my favorite cripper, no slipper. Caesar's in the building. Y'all make some noise for Caesar.
Woo, woo, woo. Neighborhood cuz they love me when I'm around. You hear me?
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. T-Mail, what you got on the plate for us today, brother?
Oh man, you know, in recent news we got Jonathan Majors getting took down. Had a situation with his girlfriend, and what ended up happening, he came home, he found his girlfriend, you know, well, he didn't find her, he tried to get in. She was locked in her place, and he called the police. They came and they found her with a laceration behind her ear, so they assumed he had hit her. This all stemmed from a situation that later happened in a car where she seen a text message on his phone, and that text message led to her, you know, getting aggressive with him. That's where everybody seen him, you know, running down the street. Later, that went to court, and now he's been like charged. You know, he was charged with assault, you know, aggravated, you know, harassment, and intentional assault. You know, he is
him with 3 charges.
Yeah, 3. Well, it was 2 out of 4. Sorry, it was 2 out of 4 charges. It was 4 charges originally, and he was hit with like 2 of them. He's supposed to be sentenced, you know, coming up February 6, 2024.
So if I get this right, he was found guilty.
Yes, he was found. Yeah, he was found guilty. He was. Yep, they found him guilty.
That's crazy.
With and not only did they find him guilty, but with a lot of evidence that would have like helped him, they didn't allow into the case. You know, so they was, you know, sort of in his girlfriend's favor.
So wait a minute, we talking about Jonathan Majors. I just heard a rumor he got married to Megan Good though.
This is after, you know, this is prior to Megan Good. So this is a relationship that he had, you know, prior to Megan Good, which was, you know, with this woman last name Jabari.
She's a white lady?
Yes.
See?
Daddy was a U.S. attorney.
Wait. So wait. So let me slow this down. For all our fans, followers, and supporters. So you saying the brother who was in Creed,
yes,
was dating a white lady, and he got into an altercation with her. He went back to the house. She wouldn't let him in the crib, so he called 12. 12 arrested him, even though he called.
Yeah, because I didn't hear no problem in what you said. And I'm like, where? Like that's just how the story unfolded, or that's what was told.
So what the issue was when they found her, you know, she had a laceration, I believe it was behind her ear, and she looked like
he grabbed her behind the neck or something.
He never was in the place. He never was in, you know. So she was intoxicated, knocked out. So it's possibility, you know, she may have failed, you know.
No, that's for sure.
He wasn't
reasonable
inside.
doubt.
He called the police from outside. You know, they came, they let him in.
Did
she say that did she say the laceration came from him?
They didn't say. Like whether she said.
She had to say something. If they just ruled him guilty, they just was like, okay, no, this ain't what happened. This what happened. Guilty. And then they just not gonna explain nothing to us. Like, how is he guilty?
Or maybe they walked in and they looked at his hands like, you look like a wise guy. You did it.
Well, you know, sometimes
You never know.
But sometimes too, in those interracial relationships, cops always come in and believe whoever the person is that is of Caucasian descent sometimes. So you think that played a role in this case, Caesar?
I believe so, bro. Like, the thing is, like, when it comes to these women, like, half of the states are they call women states, right? Okay. So if a woman say, "Oh, he spit on me,"
you're going to jail.
I spit on you. I was talking to you, bro. You going to jail for assault? Like, it's like whoa, and then they might put bodily harm on it. Like how? Like COVID or AIDS. This the type of stuff they make up for women, and don't let it be. You feel me? It's tight, man, and it's like, damn, like how, ma'am? It's like. This what we got to do nowadays.
Y'all stop
better
playing
start
in that
Yeah,
reporting.
for sure. Why the
You
lady
better
is
be a
doing whatever-
Karen.
Yeah, for sure.
Karen on Karen.
No, for
Listen,
sure.
my daddy say, you fool a fool that's trying to fool the fool to fool
The fool.
fool.
Oh God. Oh God.
Come on, man.
Woodrow, have you ever dated outside your race? So what do you think about this interracial interaction?
I never dated outside my race.
Try it.
Okay, so
Do you think if he did try it, that he may end up in a situation like Jonathan Majors?
No.
I'm going no.
No, you won't. You know why you won't, brother? Because I'm your brother. You hear me? Okay.
so what do you think about the Jonathan Major situation then, since you've never dated outside your race?
I haven't heard enough. You know what I'm saying? All I'm hearing is what they saying, and that's not enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to judge too much, because she could have just did something to herself and like was knocked out, and she mad at him. She could be trying to frame him, and people do that.
100%.
And then people go down for that.
Yeah.
For years. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. Or maybe he did knock her the fuck out and then try to play it off like he wasn't in the house and try to call the police on himself before she wake up.
So
it could go either way. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's what, I have this thing that I call, because I work around a lot of white women, right? And I always say white women hold this little thing called a bottle of white woman tears. And when it's time, they just take the top off of the tears and just let them out. And the next thing you know, police either believes them, they getting off of a ticket. So you just, with those
worldwide sympathy.
Bro, to have that privilege in life to where you just have to literally turn on the eye sockets to cry and you get out of a ticket, or they believe whatever you say, has to be a feeling that us as African-American males will never know. Jonathan Majors called the police because he suspected something was wrong with his girlfriend, and now he's charged and about to get sentenced.
Yeah, he was found guilty of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and guilty of harassment. So
do you think this would have happened with a black woman, T-male?
it would not, and I think we can see that with what is transpiring with Diddy's situation. It's a few black women coming forward with different, accounts especially with the young one that said she was underage. It's been no, action taken by law enforcement or anything like that. So I can't say that it would happen if they were black women.
So you think that the law treats black women differently than they treat white women? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
They
The
definitely
world
do.
treats black women differently than white women.
Expound on that, brother. Don't just drop that and
Black
drop
women
it off.
black women can't even show emotion. Then they get labeled as difficult, and then they get canceled, or they stop getting hired, and all that type of shit. That shit is real.
We talked about that the last show about the stereotype of the angry black woman, the stereotype of the angry black man. It's either a couple caricatures. I said that the wrong way a couple times.
You got it.
It's only a couple of those that come out into play when it comes to us anyway. You either get the Mamie type, which is the strong black woman that can take anything. I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. It's me and she. You'll see that where she'll have different colored babies that she's raised and all that kind of stuff. The Mamie type. Then you have the strong woman. Then you have the sexual, the Delilah kind of vibe, to where it's over sexualized.
Jezebel.
Yeah, you don't really get the strong, smart, educated lawyer black woman, but you may get one or two shows. But the other characters that's being portrayed of us are usually, for black women, either super sexual or the super strong.
Can I just kind of
go ahead,
piggyback
Caesar.
on that?
It's about to be funny.
No, I hope this not funny.
Oh, I thought you
Because
were.
the thing is, you just said that the characters that they're showing, right?
Portraying.
My thing is, I can only portraying is what? Portraying is
Putting on
is
as something.
action. Putting on the action, right? If I'm not putting on the action, how are you portraying this action? Okay, because I believe it's not about if you're black or white. And that's the thing. I kind of always go back to that in these conversations. The thing is how you carry yourself. Like because mama used to be like, don't tell the world what's going on behind my four walls, right? And behind the four walls, we was getting whooped, we was getting smacked, we was getting anything. You feel me?
We're going to my house.
But outside, my mama had 10 kids. it was the Proud family. They was like, oh, that's a praying family. They always have, like, nigga, when we go on, we be getting thrown through the wall. My brother always want to be WWF, nigga. You feel me? Like, it's a lot going on behind our
With
four
10
walls.
kids, though, you gotta have a certain kind of structure, or they will go awry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in that state, it's like, okay, like I have sisters. I have 3 sisters. All 3 of my sisters are in the medical field, man. They not out here thotting. No. They ain't out here wilding. When they was young, they was
got
wild.
the whoopings, though.
But now that they're older women. Like I would want girls to look at my sisters to be your
role
models because they are upstanding women to me. Like my older sister Reese, she a mean individual, but when she outside, bro, she the sweetest woman ever. And that goes back, like, okay, everybody ain't angry, and you don't have to show everybody that you're angry. Like, you really have to have control of your emotions. Like, I don't care if you white, black, Spanish, purple, yellow, whatever. If you don't have control of your emotions, you will be labeled as anything that you put out.
Yeah, because what I heard him say was some of the evidence that they had for him, right?
No, for her. It said that would have been used, in his favor.
So some of the evidence that would have went in his favor, they actually wouldn't let them bring it into trial anyway, right?
Correct.
Now, what if that was strategically done?
It sounded like it was.
More than likely it was.
Because didn't it sound like something with the Tory? Never mind, I ain't even gonna go there.
With what? Tory Lanez?
With
No, go there.
It was said.
Free Tory.
It was said that
Free Tory, cuz.
I say what I said.
It was said that it was evidence that was not allowed in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like within a time span or something like that. I didn't really look into it all the way, but
sounds about right.
It's kind of convenient. You know
sounds
what I'm
about right.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah, with Jonathan Major's
So
ex,
crazy.
Grace Jabari, that's what it was.
foot.
She was allowed to, use the evidence that she had, but it was some that, she wasn't allowed to, or he wasn't allowed to use, that would have went in his favor. But Woodrow spoke to something earlier that I wanted to ask him about as far as no one, respecting or treating like, black women right. Do you think that we are included in that, as in black men?
What, the way we're portrayed?
No, as far as you said, black women no one treats them right. No one.
No, I said they're viewed different. I remember.
You said something to the effect that like, no one really like
treats a black woman correctly. They always pretty much.
It's like they gotta damn near walk on eggshells. They can't even wear regular pants if they thick.
Right, but I'm saying
I seen a coach get fired just because she was fresh. She wasn't even showing nothing.
No, I did. Shout out to Southfield A&T.
But I'm saying, do you think that black men are included in that group as far as not, showing them how they need to be shown, like, as far as them being women?
Yeah, but it all plays a part of how we're being portrayed. You know what I'm saying? So who's in charge of that? Are we in charge of that? Really?
No,
barely.
No.
We don't even control the media for real.
Exactly.
We are in control, but we sometimes are puppets. Sometimes we puppets. Don't
all the
say
time.
Man, listen, I hate when people use that narrative like, are we in control?
No.
Are we controlling this? Guess what? You are controlling it because you can cut it off. You can cut the phone off. I grew up, we ain't had live screens and all that shit, man. We had a phone that was this long and you had to have, it was buttons. And wasn't no texting.
And you would scratch off the menu
You hear
card.
me? And then the pager came out. And then we came up with all these different codes, 304s and hellos.
No.
Like, that's what we came up with. Like, so the narrative was whatever your parents allowed you to do.
No, for sure. I mean, I think too, kind of going back into what you were saying, the black man isn't always portrayed correctly too, not even within our own community. Sometimes, especially when you get into the man versus woman dialogue or relationship of it, we're not even gonna get into the baby mama, baby drama kind of vibe.
Oh my God.
Get into child support and all those type of
Can
things,
we
right?
get into that? Hold on. Don't say we can't get into something we got to get into, because listen.
What you got for me, Steve?
Hold on. Let me be the example of this, and I hope everybody's watching. I'm a great dad. All these guys on this panel are great fucking fathers.
On God.
And the thing about it is, I can be the greatest human being in the world, but if the counterpart isn't right, everything's wrong. Because man, I can give my kids everything in the world. I try to every day, bro. I work hard as fuck so that I can get them everything. My baby mamas put me in a position where I can't see my sons. But guess what I still do? I still set them mutual funds.
Financially.
They still got fucking CDs. They get money.
Yeah.
They are. Guess what? But they mamas can't touch it. You know why? Because I want at the end of the day, I want them to know, okay, mama was taking all of this when you had all of this right here the whole time. She didn't have to take nothing because it was given. You know, like I just went through, I had to call my brother the other night, man, because I was out having a good time, bro. Having a really good time. I just came off the road, bro. Having a great time outside. I looked at my account, bro. That bitch was in the negative. I've been working, bro. I've been on my ass working. He'll tell you. I ain't even been home. I've been working. I've been on the road. And so when I seen that, I was like, damn. And I had to read, and I read it, and it said, family services, child family services. And the craziest thing, my baby mama called me and she was like, oh yeah, you about to get him some shoes? You got it. Now you see how now it's putting that narrative back. Now I'm the bitter man. But I control my emotions sometimes and I be like, that's cool, you got it. All right. And I hang up. Cause guess what? At this point, since you put me in this position, since you putting a third party in this, that since you think somebody else needs to help you, be an adult, now I'm gonna show you that I'm a real adult, and you gonna fall and bust your ass. Cause if this wasn't in place, guess what'll be happening? It'd be some deadbeat mamas out here.
God.
So, T-Mail, to double back on what he's saying, what do you think about the whole friend of the court or the whole? I'm gonna say it like we said in our neighborhood, the white man stepping in to help us contribute to parenting or telling us what we should be doing for our children when there should just be an agreement in place between two co-parents that has common sense, right? What you think about it, T-Mail?
So I think that it created an undefeatable barrier for men where once child support or the friend of the court gets involved, it's almost like impossible for, that man to provide for himself, let alone to provide for his children. You got where they have, when you behind, you get locked up. When you behind, you get ticketed and then you have to pay even more. So it's like an undefeatable barrier almost because how are you going to get ahead or how are you going to pay if you locked up?
Yeah, for sure. I think that personally, I think that child support is it's a gimmick. Thankful. My son will be 19. My other one will be 17. Other son will be 10. My daughter will be 3. And I don't have child support for any of my children. I've been there for the entire time since my kids were small. And then, like I said last week on the episode, I continuously keep in communication with my kids. Like, we talk every day, all day. My son was supposed to come take pictures of us today, but he's out being an adult, having fun, doing what he do at 19 years old, right? So even though I would have paid him to do it, but at the same time, he's an adult. He's having fun. He's doing his thing. So child support has never had to step in because I've always gone above and beyond. During my divorce decree, the judge asked my ex-wife, he said, hey, do you want child support? She said, no. He's a great dad. He's a shitty husband. Because I've always been a provider for my children since I came out the womb. Well, since they've come out the womb. So I kind of understand what C's saying when you put different things in place and you say, I can take care of them, and then they still go around and go to the system. Which to me,
I was about to say, what if you got a bitter baby mama, like bitter, like
to me the system is
not
depleting.
A co-parent that counter-parents you.
And like I was saying, to me the system is depleting, bro. Because honestly, you give them the amount that they're asking for, but they still take a partial payment out for themselves for whatever they've given your baby mama or whatever they've given your co-parent. So they still, your co-parent is still, even if it's 188, 205, they're not getting the whole 205, 188 when you can just come to me and ask me for $200 or $175 and I cash app you right now.
It could be so simple. It could be so simple.
So Woodrow said something that like hit hard as far as the counter-parenting. Where do you think the conflict begins as far as, parents not seeing eye to eye?
But I'm going to let you go ahead.
It all depends on the individual, you know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on where they're at mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Are they even emotionally intelligent? Do they even have comprehension skills to understand how to be like just to have understanding of how situations go, to even think to reach that far to understand instead of just being mad right on the spot.
I mean,
and just
but
cutting off everything. You know
majority
what
of them ain't using common sense. They using emotion.
Exactly.
A lot of this is emotional driven
And that's
versus, actual thinking of what's the best idea for everybody. Because I guarantee the kids don't want the white man in the middle of it. They rather just see their mama and see their daddy whenever, you know what I mean?
I don't feel comfortable.
It's emotion.
Going through nobody to have to deal with my kids.
No, not that I made.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. And for somebody to make you have to go through that, it's a tough situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Man.
And the thing is, it's not just
Underwater.
on us, and it's not on the mother. Guess who it really falls on? It
kids.
falls on the kid.
The kids.
That's what we really got to pay attention to. Who is this really hurting at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Because we can be pissed off, mad like junkyard dogs.
Yeah.
But guess what? Our child probably in the room, man, under the cover, like, damn, why they can't get it together? What they doing? Why mommy can't talk to daddy? Why daddy can't talk to mama? Why? Man, we better start listening to what really mattered. That's what's going on.
Which is the kid.
We not paying attention to what really mattered.
Nope.
That child matters because that child gonna grow up to be our age in a minute. And now we gonna have a double problem. We got an issue, but that's gonna be a problem.
Because y'all just spent all y'all time arguing in front of the kids
And ain't
instead of
watching.
showing them what
Nope.
love really is. Now they think that shit normal.
Which honestly stunts their evolution anyway, or growth, because they need to see parents that are cooperating together to be whole
Exactly.
humans.
100%.
If they watch you argue all day, they're going to think that this is what they're supposed to do with their parent. Or with their co-parent when they eventually have children. They're going to say, no, this is the common thing. You're supposed to argue and go back and forth. When if you can show them that we can come to an agreement, I mean, just because we didn't work out doesn't mean that we're not going to cooperate and be good co-parents. It shows them a different level of intelligence versus the ghetto, regular thing that they're used to seeing on TV and what's portrayed, right? Because it's not happening in every household. Some people can come up with good situations and good co-parenting agreements and all that stuff, but what we're mostly showed is the negative side of it. We even got a whole movie out here called Baby Boy that shows you the negative side of co-parenting.
Oh, man.
Shows you everything negative. Him cheating between a few different girls, him doing all of the status quo. When sometimes, bro, it's not even really like that. Some guys just want to successfully move on. We'll pay you to leave us alone. We'll take care of our kids, do everything. We will pay. You asking for Cash App? You need gym shoes every couple? No problem.
Shout out to list crawlers.
No problem. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
But
They better get on it.
It sound like
Talking about
Backpage to me.
paying.
Sound like Backpage to me.
better.
Sound like something
Sound like
loosey
Backpage
magoosey to me, my guy.
Looking for some Jezebels.
List crawler?
List crawler.
What did that sound
Yeah, we
like?
definitely listen. All the Jezebels, we're gonna get our PO box set up for y'all to send us items. We trying to get us a Drake wall started, so send in all your old bras, not your grandmas.
so Cobain, what you think is the conflict and where it starts as far as when it comes to parenting?
Man, in my personal experiences, right? It's always been emotion, and it's always been a lack of cohesiveness and working together. So in my personal life, right, for the first few years after my divorce, it was real difficult, and it was all majorly based off emotions. But when I was able to have her contain hers and me contain mine, we're able to get to like he said earlier, it's the children who are the ones that are basically struggling or getting a brunt end of a bad situation, because you can't. The child wants to be with both parents. The child wants to see both parents. The child wants to, like you said, like last week, right? My son pulled up on me. He's 10 years old. His mom dropped him off. We go eat after the podcast, go hang out with Woodrow, go to different things, because that quality time is all they want. They don't care nothing about no money. So I asked my kids, I said, what do you want for Christmas? The shit they were saying was so cheap and outlandish. I'm like, I'm just gonna give y'all money so y'all can do what y'all want, because this boy asking for a $50 Nerf gun. I can buy that all day, player. I can get you three, four Nerf guns. You know what I'm saying? But my thought process of what would be a great gift, these kids ain't thinking about that shit. They want the basic stuff.
They're going to be done with that
The
shit.
mamas are putting the mamas are putting the emphasis on money because the mama's not just using the money for the rent and the lights and gas bill. The mama's using that for the club. They're going to buy them a bottle. Because they feel as if they give all their money up front. So whatever you see in the back end is for them to party, which it's not. The money that I see in is for the kids to party.
That's not how it go.
Let me tell you how slick I am at parenting, nigga. I've been doing this so long. My baby mama hit me up and be like, yo, I need XYZ. And I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but I'm sending it to my son's Cash App.
That part.
I don't mind sending whatever you ask for, but I'm sending it to his Cash App. What y'all choose to do from that point on is up to y'all. Because when he grows up, he's going to be able to see all the Cash Apps that his daddy sent. If he got them or not, that's not up to me. That's up to his mama doing whatever she going to do. Mm-hmm. But he has a record of me literally sending him Cash Apps or sending him Apple Pays or whatever. I like to have something to tangibly show my children. Yes, I sent this. When his mama asked me, she say, can you send $100 for groceries? Can you say whatever? No problem. I text Gavin. I just sent your mama $100. Do whatever you need to do. Whatever it's for. If it's for groceries, you need to give her your chicken nugget list.
Period.
You need to give her your Go-Gurt list. Because I sent that money for my child. I'm not sending it for you to go buy a bottle, go to the club, go buy you some new hair, go buy. That ain't my job. You ain't my woman.
That part.
You were my woman, but you dropped the bag. You fumbled. So now that money that was yours goes to him. Mm-hmm. He does whatever he wants to. It's not for you to shine off me no more. Them days long gone.
Some personal things definitely come into parenting, it seems like. Man. But parents, it's important, to parent to avoid, people going out to society and getting locked up like, homeboy that just came home, B Jizzle.
Oh, yeah. B Jizzle. Next top, damn, bro, that was a crazy intro.
That shit.
That was a crazy transition. So speaking of BG, in recent news, there has been some allegations that's been levied against brother BG, Pastor Deacon BG, about him allegedly snitching.
Man, listen.
About a old topic that came up was that I guess he was in the car with a couple of his friends, and while he was in the car, the police pulled up. And as normal, right, when you're a superstar like that, you usually have a fall guy that's in the car. So if you're riding around dirty, you usually say, all right, all these guns and drugs going on you, bro. I'll take care of your family. I'll make sure you pay for it. I'll get you a lawyer, do all that good stuff, right?
Principle.
So, that's what you're supposed to do. So what actually happened was police came to the car, saw the gun, and BG and his friend got out of the car and went and talked to the police, and they stuck to the original story, which was that the fall guy in the car was going to take the charges. Well, the fall guy got upset because initially he was only supposed to be slated to get 1 to 2 years, but he ended up getting charged 6 to 8 years. So he tried to retract his statement. He tried to say basically, he was lying. All this was a lie. That guns weren't his and all this. But at this point, it's too late because they already have your statement, right?
Who really snitched?
So
you reneged.
So with him reneging his statement and saying that they were the actual people or whose guns they were, really to me, it's like he snitched versus BG snitching because you retracted your statement and then said that the guns were his originally when y'all all said you were going to stick to this story. T-Man, what you think about this story, man?
I think it's wild. Again, I think, coming off of the parenting conversation, this is what comes in, to keep the kids out of situations like this. The fall guy is a guy, he don't have any record or any type of, criminal history or nothing like that. If he was raised differently, would have probably been in a totally different situation around totally different people. But because he's, not probably, in a 2-parent household, don't want to completely assume that, but it's a high chance that that's the case where he's around individuals that's getting him, in situations where he's in something that he doesn't want to be in that causes him to, have to make a decision that goes against street rules, and that comes into, him snitching.
What type of dude you have to be anyway to be the fall guy? Like, what kind of applications is they passing out? Like, to be the fall guy, you're guaranteed $20,000 of locked up. Your mama get food stamps and welfare, and
the fall guy is the guy that's
don't have nothing to lose.
No. The fall guy is the guy that's infatuated by what he sees the individual doing. So he usually be the guy be like, oh, I'll do anything for you, bro. Can I roll with you? And that comes from back to what we were saying about parenting. the guy that didn't get a chance to really have that time with dad can teach him to go get some money because he ain't got time to be sitting in no car with a bunch of knuckleheads. I don't care if they celebrities. Some of these celebrities are knuckleheads. They didn't have a damn dad, and they falling in the same arena that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
They're just knuckleheads with money.
Yeah, like, so the fall guy is the guy that's just fucking praising this lifestyle that he can't obtain. So he like, you know what? Whatever it take. I had a young lady. Well, I have an ongoing young lady. She's crazy. Called my phone, man. I've been telling her, like, leave me alone, leave me alone. She told me the other day, she said, you can't tell me. I was like, what? And I had to do a little more research on this young lady. She don't have a dad. So it's hard to take anything from a man. Like, so all she know how to do is give a man the worst day he's ever had. Because that's all her mom showed. You know? So it all goes, it triggers back. So, fall guy, get your shit together, cuz.
Yeah.
Woodrow, what you think about?
What you think about the fall guy
Snitching ass
situation?
nigga.
Same shit y'all said, nigga. You ain't got time to be in the back seat of a nigga that's doing some shit. You supposed to be the nigga that's doing some shit. Find your own fall guy. Don't be the fall guy. Don't be the nigga that gets sent to the store all the time.
Whoa.
So what I'm gonna ask is, do y'all think that it was snitching?
No. I think BG, you did not snitch, cuz.
I think he a re-nigga.
No, and a re-nigger is a snitcher, cuz.
So y'all feel like BG is not a snitch?
Hell no, cuz how the fuck am I snitching if you told me you about to tell them this shit? So guess what I did? Me and T went outside and we told them what the fuck we just talked about.
They stuck to the
now,
plan.
If you go to jail and you pussy the fuck up, like, oh, they about to give me 3 years, bro? You told me they was gonna give me a year or 2, man.
Nigga, I ain't a goddamn
judge.
judge.
That's exactly what it sounds like it happened.
But listen, we ain't fucking lawyers.
Nah, yeah.
We speculating, nigga.
And nigga,
but what's
we
going to
street
happen
niggas.
is you gonna be straight, nigga. I told you gonna be straight, so we rolling with this. Now, if you go in this motherfucker and you bitch up, cuz, you a snitch ass, bitch ass nigga,
So really,
cuz.
That's the definition of snitching, is going against what y'all agreed upon.
100%.
Exactly.
So how you gonna claim BG is snitch when, nigga, you really went back and snitched? Because you went back and said, I need to take my testimony back. It was really
Switched
Doggy
up.
Bone. It was really Doggy Bone's gun, and it was other dogs. It was 2 guns in the car. That was other dogs' gun. You really
You
snitch,
the real
bro.
snitch. Now you told on 2 niggas.
So
like,
1090 Jake out here dropping episodes calling BG a snitch, and really, I mean, it's allegedly, it's questionable because but 1090 Jake got some questionable snitching shit.
How reliable is the source for the information?
Hey, so 1090J a snitch too, right?
1090 Jake got some questionable.
Hey,
alleged,
half of you
alleged-
motherfucking niggas out here be informants, so cut that bitch ass nigga shit out, cuz. On hood though. Half of these niggas be informants, so watch yourselves too. Stop telling everybody everything. Stop hanging with these lame ass
Check
niggas.
these niggas' paces,
Some
man.
of these niggas got jury because they hit a PPP. They ain't got shit going on, cuz. So stop running behind these motherfuckers, cuz guess what? When it really come down to it, they don't give a fuck.
No, they
They don't
don't.
give a fuck, nigga. So if you playing a fall guy for a bum guy, nigga, you gonna be the fall guy, nigga. You gonna double fall, nigga. Get your shit together.
So did y'all see BG had a new chain made that say "Death to all rats"? He got a new chain made with a casket on it, and it got a rat inside of it. Say "Death to all rats."
That's ironic,
love
but
it.
that I think that was
Already in play before these snitch allegations came out.
on top of that. But you know him and
Had to be.
the person he named after Gangsta Giggity, you know, Birdman brother, he named that's Baby Gangsta, far as BG name. So they've been going back and forth, and I think that's what that chain probably is like, you know, insinuating about him, you know, being this rat, because he admitted it. He said he broke the code. He came up with it, and he said he broke it. But OG Giggity is the one that brought these, you know, allegations out against BG too. He said that this paperwork on it. He claimed, you know, that he got a reliable source.
No, I really can't.
cuz,
I can't say that shit.
I just
snitching.
want to. This the last thing. Cause in 07, that was like the ending of BMF, right? 07,
Right.
08,
Right.
07, 08. So I was out with, it was the Black Tie. This when Tyrese dropped that Black Tie album. That was like 07. Nigga, we was out there in Atlanta, right? First time meeting BG, bro. And this the thing. This how you. When I see a nigga, I know if he a snitch or not. Cuz when I first met Cuz had powder donuts all over his face. He did though. Like he was smashing them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was on. That's on him. But he had powder donuts, and his man's number was moving crazy. That nigga straightened up like, hey nigga, I don't do that. That ain't what we do. That showed me right then, in the midst of all
real
these
street nigga.
That's
motherfucking
funny.
people,
He a
cuz.
street
I got a
nigga for
story
sure.
about BG
Real
too.
shit. In the midst of all these people, he's still like, hey, nigga, I know I'm blow, but don't do that shit.
BG a real
Come
street
on,
nigga,
man.
bro.
Nigga, BG pulled a gun on me.
On 12.
Word.
BG pulled a gun on you.
Word.
Yeah, I was a kid and I seen him on the street in Detroit. This was like right after Katrina. You know, he was up here running around.
Yeah, because he used to be
All
here.
them niggas was up here.
Hell
So
yeah, on
I
12.
seen him somewhere and I kind of ran up. Like, oh, BG. He was like, well, he ain't pointing. But I seen he had, so I was like, oh shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? So
Shout out
that's
to my
funny you
12
saying it.
Rosa Park niggas, cuz.
BG a real street nigga, bro. I personally don't believe it's snitching because if we agree to a story and niggas know I'm the artist and I'm making the paper and I'm keeping the money coming, you know, I did what I was supposed to do. I stood on business. I went out and told the story that we all agreed to. You got tickled in your fancy when you got 6 to 8 years compared to getting a 1 or 2. But like Caesar said, nigga, I ain't no judge. I ain't no lawyer, nigga. I'm just telling you, I'm gonna take care of you if you take the ride. So no, I don't personally feel like BG is a rat. Not at all, actually. You know what I'm saying? He stood on business.
Can I
I
ask
got a
you
que-
a
I got a
question?
question.
No, I got a
Hold on.
question for Bang. You been in that fucking situation where you had a snitch and ha my ass, cuz. You had the same. You had that real situation
Yo.
where nigga actually wrote it down and said you did it when he was with us. And that's snitching, nigga. If you with me and you say I did it, you a bitch ass snitch ass nigga. I got love, but nigga stop
you's a
being a
bitch.
snitch, nigga.
So-
On crip.
Everybody know, I mean, since you brought it up, everybody know that I got into altercation when a family member pulled a pistol and I went back to the car and got mine. And I just so happened to make the first shot, you know what I'm saying? So I end up going to jail over that situation, but cops really never knew shit. They ain't know nothing. They ain't have a clue. You know, I stood on business and the nigga who was in the car with me who actually drove me to the situation, the nigga ended up snitching. He had my discovery and everything. And crazy part is the nigga used to live in my crib. I fed the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Took the nigga back and forth to work, back and forth to his gigs, all kind of shit. And the nigga still ratted on me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no names and all that because, you know, cuz a piece of family. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say he family, but he definitely one of the homies. To this day,
That's nasty.
to this day, I really
work.
I ain't gonna say I don't fuck with cuz I do fuck with cuz. I don't fuck with cuz on nothing that's business. I know how to fuck with you now because I know you're a rat. I ain't gonna turn your water off because I fuck with one of his family members heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about super heavy to the point where I go to the crib, it's like, what's up, Mom Dukes? So basically this nigga was like a god brother to me type shit. And definitely wrote a statement while he was living in my shit. He had to leave my house to go get a motherfucking statement. Then go back to my shit after he gave the statement. Cause he ain't had nowhere to go.
Like I was cool with that shit, cuz.
And when I got out the joint, he was already moved out my crib because he knew the vibes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never gonna be the same. It ain't never been the same. But you know what I'm saying? Speaking that snitching shit is real. Niggas be out here. Niggas be telling, bro. That's why I learned, dog, the best crime to do is by your motherfucking self. Because you ain't gonna never snitch on yourself. Go ahead, T-Man.
For sure. And Woodrow, what was your question?
I forgot.
He forgot. I
Well,
done caught him up with my niggas
It's
snitching
all
on
it.
good.
me.
It's all good because
That's it,
I
fuck me
got
up.
something as far as related to family. You know, I was in a situation, and I didn't even know it was a situation, but my family member called the police on me, and the police came to pick me up. I got escorted out of somewhere I had been living, you know, and I haven't been back since, you know, and I don't mess with that person, you know, but is that the same thing as snitching if
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What you
So
call the
he's-
police for, cuz?
Yeah.
cuz
Even
I don't
when
know
it
why
come
he
down to
called the
Would you
female.
police.
tell the police anything about what we got going on, nigga? What's going on with you?
This was a family, you know, situation, and he called the police, and like I said, this was a house that I, you know, partially grew up in, and they picked me up, and they told me I couldn't come back. They had to come with me in order
grab
for
your
me to
stuff.
get my stuff. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you had been living there for years.
Yeah, both of our, you know, IDs had the address, you know, but he called them on me, and like I said, I haven't been back since. He's actually been like reaching out, and people, you know, funny with that, like, you know, why you don't want to go around or why you
Yeah,
like,
like, nah,
that's
nigga.
just a
I feel like
violation.
that with females too. Even with females, like once you involve the police, I'm
Relationship
straight.
over
I'm
with.
not
I'm
fucking
over.
with
Nah,
you.
because that means
Baby mama?
Nah, that's anybody. Baby mama, baby whoever, auntie Carol,
Soon as you
little
call the
grandma.
police, it's over with.
Once you involve the police, I feel like the bond and the trust bond has been broken. I can no longer be my free, authentic self around you.
Because anything can happen with that call.
Yeah,
You know, they can
yeah.
come and something else other than incarceration or, you know, getting arrested could happen. And it's a lot of things that can unfold. So you showing that you don't care about that person's well-being or don't care about that person at all once you call the law.
That snitching in the black community, bro, is
dangerous.
It's something that it's crazy because it's a double-edged sword for us, right? We the same people who say, all right, when Ray and this bitch acting a fool, we calling the police. But when 12 pull up, we ain't saying shit. We just want y'all to come defuse the situation. So it's a double-edged sword for our community, you know, even with our trust with them. The trust has been broken with the black community so many times. We've seen so many different events over the past, I would just say 5 to 8 years. I mean, bro, 2012 through 2016 was on fire with deaths and police. I mean, how many times did we actually march and do all these kind of things?
Man.
I mean, it was on fire. It really took COVID to kind of put the fire out because people was kind of scared to come around each other because of COVID. But I believe that if COVID would have never happened, they would still be marching. They would still be doing Michael Brown, and we could say so many different names. Trayvon Martin. It's a ton. George Floyd. It's a million different names in different situations where the trust has been broken between the community and law enforcement. So snitching, sorry about that, go ahead. But snitching in our community is crazy.
And with that, Woodrow, have you ever had a personal situation in yourself where someone snitched on you or just outed you out?
Not as far as the law is concerned, nah. But like on some smaller scale stuff here and there, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a violation, especially if you had an agreement with your snitch ass.
Snitch,
And a disclaimer, I am not a criminal in no way, shape, or form. You know, this was a isolated situation, and I'm telling you, blew my mind. Like when they came to the door, you know, I was knocked out. I got woke up, you know, by the police. And yeah, like I said,
that was low key shade.
Wait till they
Say, hey, I ain't no criminal.
Right. So what you trying to say about the rest of us? Half of us is expunged criminals around this motherfucker. All right, y'all. We about to get ready to wrap this episode up. It's been beautiful having these wonderful guests, man. These past two shows, if y'all haven't noticed, it's going up and getting better and getting better and getting better. I'm going to close out. We're giving a round to the panel and letting them wrap up with whatever they want to wrap up with. I'm going to start with Woodrow. Woodrow, let them know your Instagram, what you got coming up next, whatever you want to get off your chest. This is your time to shine, brother.
The Real Woodrow on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I got a lot of movies out on Tubi. I got music out everywhere. Look up Woodrow the Entertainer, All Your Love, Bop It, Triple Double. I got Spend It in some movies. Yeah, we working. A lot of new projects coming in 2024. Kobe year a little bit.
Yeah. Caesar, what's cracking with you, brother? Get it off your chest. It's your round.
Hey, I'm on live too. Look. I'm just showing Uncle
you
Ray over
trying to show
there.
your fans over here?
Hey, look. If y'all really want to follow me, follow Christ, motherfucker. Hey, cuz, but look, on my Instagram is Caesar. It's Cezah, not Caesar, cause ain't no peace over here, cuz. It's Caesar, all right? Follow me on there. My real name, follow me on Instagram, okay? But look, y'all see what's been behind us on this big screen. Can we show that, Unc? We got Dr. King.
Yeah.
We got Rosa.
Yeah.
And we got Obama. Well, we got Malcolm X.
You forgot about Coretta.
And you forgot about the honorable
No,
Elijah.
that's why I kind of went that way with it. Cause the thing is, with those people that's on the wall, that's on our backs right there, that's who I'm rocking for, y'all.
Yeah, we
that's
standing
who
on
I'm
their
rocking
shoulders.
for. And listen, I hope that y'all standing on all 10 toes, nigga.
Oh,
you
God.
ain't got to pull your bootstraps up. You ain't got to go that way. But whatever you do, make sure you do it for you.
Oh, yeah.
100%. And I'm rolling with that. We rich rolling though, you know.
On hood, I'm gonna let T-Mail go ahead get it off your chest. This is your session, brother. Pretty soon, before he gets into his spiel, we coming up with another segment. It's gonna be called the T-Mail report card, to where T-Mail will be giving his grades to current topics and to current events. So we're gonna start that coming up in this season 2 as well. So go ahead, T-Mail. Do your thing.
So you can follow me on blessed_Detroiter. Check me out. Check out the brand Blessed Detroiter. Follow myself. Follow the Cobain Report. We, you know, like he said, going up, we trying to get everybody to tune in, you know, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to share everything once we end up, you know, getting this W like we working towards.
Yeah. Again, that's at THE_Cobain, COBAIN_ report. All right. So don't forget the underscores. It's the_Cobain_ report. You can find me at ROCC _Cobain, COBAIN. Again, that's ROCC _Cobain. So we thank you guys for tuning in for episode 4.
Like,
of
comment,
the Cobain
subscribe
Report
on YouTube.
Want you guys to like, subscribe, share, just engage. The more you engage is the more we'll be put into the certain algorithms. All right. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I think brothers,
I mean, I feel like this show has been great, but we just need a little oil on my chairs, a little squeaky.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's all we gonna cut out, then it's a wrap, bitch.
Rolling.
We out.
Stay 10 toes down with my same crew. I'ma let me do me while you do you. Blowing money fast like a young nigga post.